So I've been struggling to find out what I want to start this channel off with. I have ideas, but I wanted something simple to start with. So I figured we can go with my Blu-ray collection and figure out if I have taste or not. The first two here aren't actually Blu-rays, they're DVDs, but I figured they were unique enough that I should include them. And the first one is El Norte, the only Criterion collection I have. I think my dad bought this so long ago. I found out recently after going through some old DVDs. Looks really interesting. I haven't seen it yet. I do look forward to seeing it soon, though. Next is Operation Avalanche. Great film by Matt Johnson. I bought this during high school. I actually did a paper on it, and I did it because I knew my teacher had not seen it. So any analysis I made of it would be correct. It's actually interesting that the interviews they did with real scientists, they were not aware that they were interviewing for a fictional movie about faking the moon landing. So yeah, great camera work, great plot. Fantastic, you should go watch it. And watch the other stuff too. Next is 10 Cloverfield Lane and Cloverfield. I enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane. However, it's fallen off for me as I've grown older. And so has Cloverfield. I told them they're pretty good. But especially for 10 Cloverfield Lane, the last 10 minutes really sour the experience. Don't ruin it, but it does kind of ruin the pacing at the very least. And Cloverfield is just, a decent movie. Next is Anomalisa by Charlie Kaufman. Unfortunately, did not get the recognition it deserved. Snubbed at the Oscars for, I was going to say Get Out. It was not Get Out. It was actually Inside Out. Get Out is a much different movie. But yeah, beautiful animation, interesting plot. It's a movie I would recommend more if it weren't for the 10-minute sex scene. Not sure my friends would appreciate watching that. Next we have Arrival, recommended to me by a friend of mine. Great movie. The time travel aspect in this movie kind of falls apart if you think about it too much. But overall, that's not really what the movie's about. It's about communication and language. Really fascinating stuff. Not my favorite Denis Villeneuve movie, but it's up there. Then we have Avengers Infinity War. Probably the best one in the MCU. Mainly bought to watch with my parents. Great pacing, great action. Superhero movie, great. Baby Driver. Probably not the best movie to talk about right now, considering what two actors have done. That aside, though, I think this is a great movie. Edgar Wright. Love Edgar Wright movies. A lot of people say it's like a style over substance movie. And while I kind of agree, I also just like having fun. And this one brings me a lot of joy. Next, we have Deepwater Horizon with critically acclaimed actor Mark Wahlberg. I bought this 5 years ago. I bought this 5 years ago when I watched Jeremy Jans. And I think he had on his top 10 list of that year. And I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this because Jeremy Jans recommended it to me. And I haven't watched it. It's still sealed. I have not watched it. I don't even know if it's good or not. But I don't know. I'm just kind of embarrassed because I bought this on a Jeremy Jans recommendation. I'll watch it eventually. Or not. I don't know. Then we have Fight Club. Fight Club, I actually went into not wanting to enjoy it because I did not want to be part of the film bro crowd. I was like, ooh, Fight Club's amazing. One of the best movies ever made. And you know what? This film still won me over. It is really, really good. Although I still think it's a little overrated with the crowd who do obsess over it. Um, Definitely one of his best though. Definitely one of Fincher's best. Not my favorite of his by any means. Then we have First Reformed. First Reformed is a slow burn, but it's a really fascinating watch. Especially like some shots are just really impactful to watch. I have not seen it in a while though, so I don't know if I would still like it now. I assume I would. However, the box art looks terrible. It's horrible. I think the UK version has a better box art. Harry Potter. Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix and the Half-Blood Prince. I have the rest of the movies on DVD. I only bought this because the versions I have of Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince are bootlegs. They are filmed on a camcorder and this, put onto a DVD and then sold to us, and then which we bought. Not much to say about this film or these two films, I guess. My favorite one is obviously the Prisoner of Azkaban. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. These are fine. Next is the scariest movie I personally feel like I've seen is Hereditary. Hereditary is fascinating and it's a really unique horror movie. And I'm upset not a lot of people like it. There's so many people who do not like this movie, and I do not understand why. Truly horrifying. A lot of the effects just get under my skin, especially the highway one. And you know if you watch this movie what I'm talking about. I was actually planning to watch this in a theater with my friend, but she had planned to do that with another friend already, so I ended up buying it on Blu-ray and watching it by myself, which I'm kind of glad happened because I don't know. I feel like she would have laughed her ass off seeing me quiver in my chair the entire time. So glad I saw it alone. No one to see me fucking like yell in fear. Next we have Into Darkness, presented by Dead Meat. Love the channel. Definitely wanted to get this. Haven't watched it yet. Want to watch it during October to get like the spooky vibe. I also just want to watch some other classic horror movies because I just haven't watched enough of them. Not because I'm scared or anything. I just haven't had time to watch them, I guess. I always want to watch them during October, and then I don't. Next is my favorite movie, or one of my favorite movies, La La Land. Top 5 favorite movies of all time. Amazing, beautiful. I absolutely love this film. And I was actually one of the people who was on the hate train for this. I did not want to like it because it was popular. It got a lot of awards, recognition. A lot of the theater kids in my school liked it. So I was like, no, this movie is bad. And then I watched it and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So beautiful. Damien Chazelle is great. My friend doesn't actually like this one because he says it's confusing. Which is really funny to me because one of the complaints I have about this film, if I have any, is that it's a very simple story. Very predictable. So to hear him say it's confusing like it's an avant-garde art house film brings a smile to my face sometimes. Next we have Logan. Logan is pretty great. It's unique in how it's presented. I really enjoyed it. Not much to say about it aside from that. A film I do have a lot to say about is Requiem for a Dream. Top 3 favorite films of all time. Definitely Marlon Wayans' best performance and Jared Leto's. Excellent movie. Great editing. Great everything. It is so intense, especially by that final act, which still sticks with me for so long. I actually showed my parents this movie, and they hated it. They did not like it. But they do sometimes refer to it a lot as like the depression film that I showed them, which is what I love. If a movie can stick with you, that's how you know it's great. Next, we have a German film, Run, Lola Run. I saw this during a film class I was taking at college, and it's got some amazing editing in it. Very chaotic, very, very interesting. It has such a unique style. I don't know what other movie I can compare it to, quite honestly. You'd have to watch it for yourself. It is fantastic. Next, we have Seven, another Fincher movie. Bought this for myself, but ended up watching it with my mom because she likes crime documentaries a lot, and I figured this would be up her alley, and it was. She loved it a lot. Absolutely great. The plot is really interesting. I love the integration of the seven deadly sins in it. I'm always fascinated by the seven deadly sins. I don't know why. Anything with it truly just fascinates me. Then we have Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. So 2 Spider-Boy movies. Homecoming, for me, I loved it when I saw it the first time in theaters. And then on subsequent rewatches, I have enjoyed it less and less. I don't know. It feels like a Disney Channel interpretation of Spider-Man, which isn't terrible, but it just kind of is a little bland. That's really what I can say about it. It's a little bland. The same cannot be said for Into the Spider-Verse, which is a fantastic film. When I first saw it, I fell in love, and I thought it was better than Spider-Man 2. And then I saw it again, and I knew it wasn't. The problems I have with Into the Spider-Verse are minute, but apparent. I'll give you one real quick one. There is a very emotional scene near the beginning, and instead of letting the scene play out with no music, they implement this song that goes like, I'm not scared of the dark. It's dumb. It really was dumb. And even the first time I saw it, I was like, why? It really kind of ruins the moment, honestly. It's a minor problem. It's whatever. Still a fantastic film, regardless. Next, we have The Usual Suspects. Another film maybe not so great to talk about right now. I really enjoyed this when I watched it when I was like 14. It blew me away. But as I've grown older, I've kind of enjoyed it a little less. I don't think it's bad, but the cinematography, or the lack thereof, anything special in the cinematography, really kind of hampers it for me. But yeah, still a great watch if you can get past Kevin Spacey being in it. The Wolf of Wall Street. Recommended to me by an acquaintance. Great film, great Scorsese film. Can show that he can do more than just gangster and mob movies. Although my one gripe with the movie is that it is really kind of unnecessarily long, and it prevents me from watching it again. But overall, great. 3 Billboards. Probably my favorite movie of the year that it came out. I don't remember what year it was. Great performances. Martin McDonagh, I think it was how you pronounce his name, is a great director, in my opinion. I've loved 7 Psychopaths. He's made another film, I think. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it, obviously. 3 Billboards is great. And, yeah, I look forward to whatever else he has to make. Whiplash. Whiplash is my favorite movie of all time. And that may make people roll their eyes to the back of their heads. I don't care. I love this. I can watch this back to back over and over again. Absolutely love it. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. J.K. Simmons is amazing. Show my parents this. My mom was stressed the entire time. So yeah, love it. Damien Chazelle is a god. We're gonna follow that up with X-Men Apocalypse. Oh no. I was showing my parents the rest of the X-Men new trilogy. I love Days of Future Past, my favorite X-Men movie of all time. We didn't have Apocalypse, so I bought it. And considering it had come out like just a few months before I bought the Blu-ray, it was really cheap at like $5. So now I own X-Men Apocalypse. It's all right. It gets a lot of hate. Understandable. It's not very good. Fassbender is really the best thing about this franchise at this point, honestly. It's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Final film. Your Name. I bought this Blu-ray at around a time where I wanted to get really into anime. I don't know why. And this apparently like took the anime community by storm, and I understand why. It really shows Japan in a very beautiful way. However, I did not connect with it that much. I still think it's pretty good, and you should definitely go watch it if you haven't seen it. But not like some masterpiece like some people were telling me it was. So that's the Blu-ray collection. I do intend to increase it over time. I do want to get more Criterion Collection stuff. Specifically, Jacques Demy box set is what I'm really aiming for. I love his work. They're absolutely beautiful. And I want to get the Talking Heads movie, True Stories. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's amazing. And I do love the Talking Heads so much. I also want to get Bong Joon-ho films on DVD and also the Criterion Collection stuff that he has, or is going to have. And yeah, that's it.